All right, you guys, check out this video by the Whatever Podcast, and this is the ultimate lesson in chick logic when it comes to body counts and their explanations of why men should not care about it. So, check it out. I will be stopping along the way to give my commentary and assessment as we go along. All right, let's see.
Do you find it
Completely.
unattractive if a guy has a high body count?
What was that?
Do you find it unattractive if a guy has a high body count or like you know that they're like sleeping all around kind of thing?
I think if they're currently sleeping all around, I would find that unattractive. But if they had a high body count in the past, no. Personally.
So Brian, do you think it's girls with the high body counts they can't redeem themselves? Like
What do you mean
they're
by
just
redeem
done?
themselves?
Like you know what I mean? Like how you wouldn't how you would for a virgin, but would you go for a girl that has a high body count but no longer is like that? Like like there's no redeeming that.
You can't unfuck anyone.
Yes, very fast. That's what I'm saying. Is she unredeemable? Like you can't just like you will never
No,
be like
she's not.
What's
I'm
what's a
asking
high
Brian.
body count? Like what's high?
Depends on her age, but
I mean, anything above, it depends. You mean on a personal level or in general?
How old are you
Or
guys?
both?
29.
35.
What's a
I think
high-
these days, it's very common for girls to have like 20 plus.
yeah.
20, 30, 40.
But for me,
Shit, they do that in their first freshman.
But for me, if there's ever been any hookups in the past or one night stands, it's automatically disqualified.
Do you think that's
And
happened? Like for-
For
sort of
LA?
anything outside of
Let's
relationships.
let Jake finish.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
let him finish.
Anything outside of relationships, that would be an automatic disqualification.
But you
Right.
count those, right?
What do you mean?
Like you count everybody you had sex with, like the
Who
one
I have, or the other, or the other person?
No, everyone is counting, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying with the woman, if I was dating a girl and she'd had like one night stands and all of that, I
Right,
just
right,
would
right.
never go for it.
Right.
But if she'd had a few boyfriends and they'd lasted a few years and she'd had sex with them, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. But ideally, a virgin.
Have you ever had a one night stand?
What does that matter?
Just just curious if you're okay with answering.
It doesn't even matter. Even if I did answer you, it wouldn't even matter.
answer is yes.
I'm curious because I wonder if like why would it be okay if you've had one night stand to care if another woman has?
Well, because let me ask you this: why is it okay for you to want a man who's over 6 foot tall if you're not over 6 foot tall?
What?
Yeah, see, these girls, they don't even get it. So I'm going to hop in here really quick. This man here, he's just merely stating a preference. He would rather have a virgin or a woman who has been in stable relationships. And it's simply a preference, and they're going to contest his preference. Okay, and when he kind of throws the question, puts the shoe on the other foot, in terms of preference, in terms of physical attributes, this one doesn't even get the question. She doesn't even see the correlation where what he was trying to get at. So, I think she's representative of the rest of these women on the panel in terms of their intelligence when it comes to this. There's not a lot of it going on. Okay, so what I want to say really quick though is what's happening here. Men know that past behavior affects current and future behavior. Okay, it's just like when you go apply for a job. What's the first thing they want? They want a resume, a job application, either one or the other or both. Okay, because you can sit in the interview all day and say that you're a fast learner, you go to work on time, I've never been fired, I got all these awards, I've been at this job 20 years, whatever, this one job. And you know what? Look, hey, that sounds good, but employers know they're going to check your references. They want your personal references. They want your professional references. They want to check your prior history on the job because that's going to tell them what kind of employee you're going to be. Same way with men. If a woman has a high body count, that means when the shit hits the fan, she goes and runs to the streets every single time. Okay? And you get in conflict with one of these women, they're going to hit the streets. Meaning they're going to break up with you, or they're going to sneak around and screw around again and then come back to you and do all these kind of sneaky things on you. But they will be involved in the streets when things don't go right between you two. Men know this. Women who don't have those high body counts will deal with conflict in a relationship a lot better. So, all right, that's all I wanted to say on that. Let's continue on, guys.
It's a pretty simple question. I mean,
pretty simple,
Like, why is it okay for you to want a man to pay for the first date if you're not going to pay for the first
I
date?
don't want any of those things.
So, what do you want in a man? Tell me some of the features.
Man, I don't know.
Do you want him to have long,
Wait, you just
long
said,
hair and tits?
submissive. You said you're submissive, right?
Oh, so I want
So-
them to be dominant.
Right. So
Yeah.
then why is it fair for you to want dominance in a man, but you're not dominant yourself? You're saying in
Yeah,
order for
I
Jake
guess
to
that makes sense.
in order for Jake
I
to
wasn't saying it's
hold on.
wrong, I was just
In
curious.
order for Jake to desire a woman who's not had a one night stand, it doesn't compute that he like just because he desires something in a partner doesn't mean that he has to meet that criteria.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, because there's asymmetry in relation in what men and women like.
Yeah.
Why are you making that face, Darkavia? Well, what, you disagree?
I don't know.
No.
It just blows my mind how men work, bro. Like, why do y'all exist? Oh my god, y'all stress me out.
That was coherent. But no, but it's just like, and this is one of our questions here in the questionnaire, but like, there's not symmetry between what men want and what women want.
Right.
And I don't think you need to possess a trait in order to desire it. So you're not dominant, but you want a dominant guy. I'm not submissive. I want a submissive woman. Maybe Jake had a one-night stand. He wants a woman who's had no promiscuity in her past. I don't think that's hypocritical. I don't think there's any issue with that. Women want all kinds of things in men that they don't possess. Every girl here would probably date a professional athlete. Are any of you professional athletes? No. Would any of you here, who here would date a billionaire? Are any of you billionaires? No. I don't think you need to possess the trait that you desire in a partner to want it. It doesn't make you a hypocrite. You can be a broke woman and want a rich man. Doesn't make you a hypocrite. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
That's just naturally attractive. When it comes to female promiscuity, women who are not promiscuous, low body count, that's attractive to men.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and like I'm happy to take on the duty and the burden of being a provider, but then I would never expect that out of my wife. You know, never expect that. And it is a big, large duty, but you just never expect that in return. But I would expect them to be chaste.
What would you recommend to a woman that has had like a promiscuous past to become a more high quality woman? Since they can't like fully redeem themselves, what would you recommend?
Do you want to take this first, Jake?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll go after.
I would say that there are other things. Obviously, promiscuity and your past is one factor. And there are other things that you can seriously bring to a man's life. And there are going to be men who don't care as much about it. For me, it's just something that's really important. But if you can... The reason why I asked that question before, the thing that I was getting to when we were asking about what you guys would do at the job interview for the high status man, is because there are a few things I always find it interesting to see girls' answers that you can do, that you can provide to a man that most women would never even really think about. And it's like, if you look at a guy who's successful and on his grind and a guy who is someone that you'd want to date, if you analysed his life and you thought, where can I bring value to his life? Okay, he's really busy, he's a little bit messy, I'm going to come in and like clean up his room, do his laundry, all that sort of thing. Or maybe he's got like something that I can do with work, I can like help him with his emails or something like that. All of those little things are things that can easily set you apart from the rest.
And this right here, I'm going to hop in again. This right here throws the modern woman into a dang tizzy fit because they feel that supporting their man is somehow some kind of, modern day slavery and a lot of them will use that term. And these women here, they want to be dominant. They want to be dominant until it comes time to pay the bills. Then they want to be submissive. But, look, the man is providing this lifestyle for a woman that she can take it easy, that she can stay at home. Her only duty is to take care of the house. How hard is that? It's not hard. This isn't 100 years ago where your grandmother, your great-grandmother had to wash, 8 loads of clothes on a washing board. If you guys know what that is, Google it if you don't know what it is. And hang the clothes up to dry on a clothesline. You guys Google that if you don't know what a clothesline is too, okay? We got washing machines, we got dishwashers, we got automatic vacuums, right? We've got these little robots that clean the floor for you now. I mean, we've got all these modern day conveniences and they still don't want to do these things. So these women modern day women are literally appalled about helping out around the house. Hey, the guy's still helping around the house too, and doing things that she won't. He does all the heavy lifting around the house, taking out the trash, cutting the grass, cleaning out the gutters, hopping on the roof, fixing the car, keep changing the oil, and let alone they all do the all-encompassing duty of when the bad guy is knocking on the door. Well, he ain't gonna knock. When he's busting through the window, you got to go get your gun, your bat, or whatever you got, and you got to go down there and put your life on the line for her. All for a goddamn sandwich that she ain't willing to make, clothes she's not willing to fold, or a dish she's not willing to put away. Get out of here with this bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
So if I was you, or this hypothetical girl with a high body count, I would look at the guy and I would say, where can I bring value, to the point where a few months down the line, 3 months, 6 months down the line, he's looking at me as somebody who's like, irreplaceable. If I left his life, then it would be way harder.
Do you think that people should do, or women should do that, regardless of body count, prior to a marriage? Like, you think that they should present wife qualities when they're not getting husband qualities?
Absolutely, yeah. How else are you going to sell yourself?
How else is a man going to sell himself? You know what I mean?
But like, so why would I marry you if you're not showing me wife qualities?
But by the same token, why would a woman show you wife qualities if they're not getting any?
So then we're just at a stalemate, and it'll never happen. So if I have a
No, here's the difference. The difference is this. Woman, you're interviewing for a goddamn relationship, for the marriage, rather. You want the marriage. The man doesn't need the marriage. You need it, okay? You see, and you're not even willing to put up what it takes to impress the man long enough, or rather even convince him, or even fool him long enough to get the marriage. See, that's the difference right there. Okay.
someone who's my girlfriend and she's saying, I'm not going to do your laundry, I'm not going to make your bed, I'm not going to cook you food because I don't have a ring on my finger, I'd be like, all right, then fuck off.
But wife
I was
qualities
talking
are
about dating,
more than
not a
cleaning
girlfriend.
and cooking. Like, just get a maid. Wife qualities are way more.
And
than
what's
cleaning
she going to do, just sit on her ass all day?
No, she's gonna support you emotionally. She's gonna
I don't
be there
need to
for
be
the
supported
kids.
emotionally. If you're a guy who's already like achieved certain things in life, you've probably been through some shit. You know,
Yeah.
maybe you could use a cuddle on a Sunday morning. but
Why
you're not
are you
gonna-
guys so into men? Are you gay? Like, you're like, men are the shit.
Yeah, see, right there, you know, when these women do not have a valid point or a valid argument, you have to resort to the shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. Shout out to Kevin Samuels there on that one. It's classic, so you already know they're losing the battle when they go to kicking below the belt.
What do you mean? I'm confused. Where did
Because
that come from?
you keep saying like women are this and that and it's blah blah blah.
No, I think
This,
I'd
this,
actually
so
really-
just date each other and go have fun in the bathroom. Let us watch.
I think I actually pretty.
Go get pet.
I think I actually pretty clearly just sort of laid it out as to like the value that a woman can bring to a man's life.
just said
But it's
cooking and
just
cleaning.
it's just a matter of attitude.
Cooking and cleaning. That's it. That's a wife.
What else did I say?
Bow,
Duty.
What else did I say?
laundry.
Doing
Great.
emails,
That's-
cooking, cleaning, making yourself like make his life
Making
easier.
food, of course. And your
Yeah.
life is
Yeah.
what shit.
Because-
you were
because-
born to be
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
He also said that he
I
doesn't
don't think that
expect
makes you a piece of shit if you're being.
Hold on,
Yeah,
we
your
got
dreams
a lot of
and your
people
hopes
talking.
are gone.
A lot of people talking. You want to?
Okay, you guys, just really quick, a quick summary on this. This is just showing you, this is a synopsis or a sample size, or a small sample size, but I'd even say adequate, of how the modern day woman thinks. There's no pleasing her, okay? Anything to support you, she's just not going to do it, and especially this one in the blue top and the eyeglasses, the one that I don't know, sounds like the ugly female version of Tony Montana. Anyways, look, they're telling you what they're not going to do, okay, to support you. They've relegated it into, they've given up their hopes and their dreams, and the man is providing everything for these women, and it's not enough. These kind of women, you know, you'd be a fool to marry them, let alone even date them. Most of these women like this, man, I'm going to tell you, they're barely worth the vaginas they're sitting on, if I'm really going to be upfront and honest with you, and that's barely worth it, okay? These kind of women, you just, you know, it's like when you're fishing, if the fish isn't what you want, the right whatever, you know, you just throw it back out in the sea. These are the kind of ones, you get on the hook, you have them, you throw them out on the sea, and that's it. You let them go. You let someone else go get them. Let someone else lure them in with their bait, all right? So again, just in closing, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of the mentality of these women between what they think a wife is and what they think body count is. Because the whole body count thing here, they're obviously whacked with that. They're going to defend each other, the sisterhood and the womanhood, for having a high body count, and convince you that you shouldn't have a preference for you not to have a high body count. So that's all I got on this one. I'll see you guys in the next. All right, peace out.